Hi, I'm Medha. I am a current MBA student at Cambridge Business School, and I'm sat with.
Chidinma. So hi, I'm Chidinma. I'm also a current MBA student at the Judge Business School.
Chidinma, it's been so nice to share space with you in this MBA, and I feel like it's a nice time to do a check-in and get a sense of how your MBA journey is going so far.
Yeah. It's going great. It went really quick. Can't believe it's almost done. But I would say it's been very impactful. It's been very reflective as well. Taking that time off work. Prior to the MBA, I'd worked for like 4 years. So just really reflecting on what I want, like shaping my career going forward. And also all the amazing people that you meet on the MBA as well. What about you? What has been the best part of the MBA for you?
Ooh, straight into the tough
Well, maybe let's start with your experience. Let's start, like, how is your Cambridge MBA experience?
I think it has really, although I agree with you, it moves really quickly. It does, you realize as you self-reflect on how much you grow in the MBA with everything happening to you at the same time. I think my multitasking skills are incredible now because you have all the pre-reads, all the classes, but then you have also getting to know everyone and learning from each other's experiences. So I would say it feels like I've experienced everything all at once in the MBA.
Yeah. And
Yeah, but I need to keep making space to actually apply it.
yeah, and also like you mentioned, like the whole fear of missing out. There's a lot that you're trying to pack into 1 year. You're trying to be social, meet people, also hopefully learn something, and then like your next step. What what would you say has been probably the most difficult aspect of the MBA? Like just going from that whole idea of multitasking and like what struggles have you had when it comes to that?
I think for me, it's been getting time to myself. I've really immersed myself in the MBA, which I've loved doing. But I think there's a lot of value in also taking everything you learn and being able to assess how it applies in your career trajectory going forward. And I think that way Easter is our current term is so nice because we're able to consolidate a lot of the learnings, whether it's business analytics, corporate strategy in the first term, more focused electives in the second term. Now is a really good moment to take the project experience, the academic experience, and begin to reflect on what your next steps immediately post MBA could be. Would you say that you came into the MBA with certain ideas and aspirations, and are you leaving with those, or has the Cambridge MBA molded them?
Definitely. So prior to the MBA, I was a lawyer, so definitely in very non-traditional background. I came here with a couple of things that I felt that I wanted to do post MBA, but like I said, it's been very reflective. So some of those things have changed, and also just your beliefs and like how you want to take that on going forward. So if, for example, you worked a lot and you're like, I do want to work, but I do want to do work that is meaningful as well, and I'm passionate about and I care about. So in that sense, yes, it's definitely giving that space to that I didn't necessarily have before because you're just trying to get work done, you're trying to meet deliverables, but like yeah, that time to change as a person as well. I think one of my favorite courses or electives were the leadership courses that I took. So I did a course called Leadership Lab, and it was so transformative in the sense that I got to reflect on my life experiences and how that has shaped me, and also along the line of like what's most important to you and taking that going forward. Yeah. Would you say, I know you had a background in sustainability, and I'm assuming maybe you also wanted to continue that going forward. Do you think anything has changed in terms of like your ambitions prior to the MBA and like now, what you're thinking of doing going forward?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, one of the reasons why I was really interested in the concentration model at Judge was the fact that I could have looked at sustainability more deeply. But actually, in Michaelmas, I enjoyed the um, business statistics and the business analytics and corporate finance classes so much that actually I picked the finance concentration because to me it made so much sense and it seemed like such an interesting way to quantify the benefits of sustainability using the quantitative tools that you learn early in the MBA, as well as an understanding of how organizations report, how they look at their impact, both positive and negative, and how they tell that story of who they are in terms of sustainability seemed very interesting to me in combination with numbers. And so I would have never guessed coming into the MBA that I would have picked finance as a concentration, but I'm in it now and I'm loving it. And I think Cambridge has a way of showing you what you're good at and offering you what you can add on top of that to become even better at what you do. So I think I will stay in sustainability, I will stay in social impact, but I think the quantitative rigor that the school's been able to offer to someone with my background will be invaluable in the steps I take next. But speaking of passion, mine is in sustainability, and I know for you, regional business development is something you've really taken the lead on in Cambridge. And I know you play a really prominent part in the Cambridge Africa Business Network, and you've been critical to organizing the Cambridge Africa Business Conference. So could you share a little bit more about that and how you bring your experiences into it and what your hopes for it are?
Yeah, I can definitely speak to that. So prior to the MBA, I was a lawyer in Nigeria, and I primarily focused on like M&A and private equity law, as well as data privacy law. So I really got to advise a lot of multinational corporations, like investing in Nigeria, and just really got to understand, I guess, the investment ecosystem over there, and I guess to some extent, the African investment ecosystem as well. And like coming here, and finding out about the Africa Business Network, it was really important to get people on the continent who are really doing amazing things to come and share their stories and connecting them within the Cambridge ecosystem as well. And, you know, they're doing phenomenal things. And, you know, all of us come from different countries. You come from India, I come from Nigeria. And we all have very, very interesting stories to tell. So it was, for me, it was connecting Cambridge to what is going on back there, and like just sharing, getting these people, influential people over here to share some of their learnings, hopefully inspire some people, and just let people know about the opportunities that are available and are ongoing within Africa. Yeah.
That's super interesting. Thank you. Okay, Chidinma, to just quickly lighten the mood, I'm going to offer you the bowl of chips, but you have to hand it back to me so I can read it out. Okay. Oof. Okay. If you could have any superpower to help you during your MBA, what would it be? Bonus points if you could explain how it would have saved you during finals week.
Definitely the ability to improve my quantitative skills. I really, really struggled. Although I'm proud of myself in the sense that I challenged myself, but definitely would have helped if I had maybe the ability to just learn quantitative type things very quickly and not spend as much time. But I do think despite that, there's still beauty in learning things even when they're difficult, even when they're challenging. It would definitely have saved me corporate finance in the exam. And yeah, maybe not have struggled as much, but yeah.
I hear you. Same page. Same page.
Yeah, but I mean, at least I tried.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to also allow you to pick a question as well, and then please quickly hand it over to me. Oh. This is interesting. So if you could relive one MBA day, good or bad, which day would it be?
I feel like for me it would maybe be the very first day, you know? And not because I would have necessarily done anything differently, but I think it's such a rush when you walk through the doors of the business school and you see this class of 240 people, all of whom are so interesting and so accomplished and such a diverse group as well. And I sort of want to relive that feeling because there is a mix of nervousness, excitement. It feels like you're really, and walking through also Cambridge as a city, seeing all the old buildings, all the colleges, and then coming into Judge, I think is a very humbling but also very empowering experience. So, and sometimes I think now that we've been here for a while, I forget to look around. And so I think that initial feeling of being completely humbled by Cambridge, I think maybe the first year.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. I definitely think like you get used to it and you forget just how important, I guess, the institution and this phase in life is. Thank you. This has been a very interesting conversation.
So nice chatting.